Hello, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here today of the Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty here, episode 112, as we're taking on the Kansas Jayhawks today. The Scotties are in action for this matchup here in Week 11. Jayhawks currently 2-6 for the season so far here, and of course 1-4 in Big 12 play. As we're here at Memorial Stadium. Beautiful afternoon here for some college football. Hopefully you guys will see a great game between these two. And of course, Highland ranked number 2 in the nation. Looking to see if they can move on to go 9-0 here after this week. And of course, go 6-0 in the Big 12. Right now, we're the heavy favorites in this one, and pretty much in every single category, with the exception of turnover differential. Of course, we've had some issues with turnovers. That's a given. Take a look at Kansas there. They had a close game there against West Virginia, who will play next week in that 36-30 overtime loss. They've lost 6 straight. And the last win they got was against Houston. It was way back early on in the season when they, back in, I think, week 3 of the season, where they ended up winning that game 31-10. And, of course, the first game of the year, they won against FCS West 47-13. Take a look here, Herman. His numbers there so far, 15 81 so far in passing yards this season, as well as 10 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Completion rating a little over, just one over 50% there. And of course, he is trying to lead his team to a win here against, I think if they knock off the number 2 team in the nation, that would definitely put a nice feather in their cap. But there you see, we just took on Boise this last week. Boise still looking for their first win. They're taking on TCU today. We'll see. Hopefully we get an update on that game during our game and see if they can pick up a win. But there you see the current standings right now as we see here. And BYU right behind us with 5-1 conference record. So far we're undefeated and looking pretty good. As Jesse Herman for the Jayhawks, the red shirt senior, 6 foot, 218 pounds. Looking to see if he can try to knock off this team. As you see so far this season, 10 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and doing a pretty good job here. Some of these games that KU have been in, if you've seen there from their schedule there, a lot of these games they could have easily won, but they did not put enough, plays to put together to get themselves over that hump and try to get the victory there. So. Some very close games there, but of course, close games do not get you wins, and that's what they need here today. Is see Tony Thompson, another redshirt senior, 6'2", 219 pounds, and he's rushing pretty decent right now. He has a great acceleration and great speed, and that's one thing we're looking forward to. As we've been doing a great job, by far the top 10, I believe, in defensive and rushing defense this season, and of course, we're going to try to do our best to stop him. And then in the receiving game here for KU, there you see Geffen Brooks there, I should say, 6'2", 216 pounds, redshirt senior there, who has right now 3 receiving touchdowns. Of course, pretty much that's what he's had so far this from his previous season. So he's on a bit of a almost, he could get a season high here today if he can get in the end zone, or actually a career high today, if he can get in the end zone here today with a touchdown reception. It's, and not to mention, it's kind of weird when we play here, especially on the road against the Jayhawks. Jayhawks, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's in the air, if it's in the water. I, of course, asked Coach Teddy Bonds about that. He says there is a weird vibe here playing at KU. For whatever reason, we have trouble in the first half. Things don't kick into gear, or at least they don't get into playing Highland Scotty football till really late, mid to late third quarter. And he's really hoping that they can avoid that here today, if anything can be said. So we'll try to see if we can avoid that here. And there you see some of the players there. They are not going to be having on the field there. Some of the impact players there, but nothing too important. As we see the kickoff here, and Kansas will, of course, take the take back as they'll put the ball there on their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up here. As we'll see what the Jayhawks can do as Herman drops back here, throws one up there to Brooks. Brooks gets the catch, stiff arms Owens, and that's a nice reception for a 1st down. So beautiful day here. A lot of blue and crimson in the crowd here today. Not too much. Scotty blue and gold as the Kansas Jayhawk faithfuls are here to see if they can knock off the #2 team in the nation. And of course, there's been a couple times now we've been here in Lawrence that they've actually, came close to knocking us off. I think our first game when we came into Big 12 play was a close one. If I remember correctly, I think the very first time we played against them, which was a non-conference game when we were independents starting off this series, that game came down to, I believe, overtime. So Kansas, I believe the quarterback was Gerbers, who now is in the NFL, had causes a lot of trouble, especially in the running game there. I remember that game quite well. now that I think about it, I'm kind of almost getting PTSD with it. So 1st and 10 coming up here for Reed, as Jasper Reed, of course, trying to go for his second Heisman Trophy this season, as he hands this one off to another Heisman hopeful here, Matt Davison there, 1163 for his rushing so far this season, 1,663 yards, 20 rushing touchdowns, the most in his career so far this season. As we'll see, Reed now here runs this one himself. He's going to call his own number. He's going to slide there near the 22-yard line, as he'll go ahead and get the first. We'll get a first down there for the Scotties. Scotties looking pretty good here on this first drive. Of course, stopped Kansas on their first drive, so far no score. As Davison tries to run this one out of the backfield there. Nice stop there from Temple as he gets a hold of Davison on that play. 3rd and 13 coming up. As we'll see if we try to convert here on this potential pass play here. As Reed here drops back in the pocket here, scrims off to the right-hand side, looking down the field here. Trying to throw that one off his back foot, and that one just cannot connect. I believe that was intended there for Godfrey, and just couldn't get there to get the catch. So they'll be forced to punt, as we'll see some nice yardage, or nice position here for the Jayhawks after the punt. We'll go to a nice carry there for the Jayhawks. Now we'll go to a 3rd and 3 coming up here. We'll see if they can try to convert here for the first down, as Herman drops back in the pocket, looking down the field, throws to the left-hand side, finds Duncan, and Duncan gets the catch. That's going to be a gain of 8, and a new set of downs for the Jayhawks. Jayhawk faithful out here, ready to go. As you see there up on the hill there, watching the football game here, a tradition here at KU, as you see a nice run, and that's going to be Herman. He gets 19 on that carry. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties. For the Kansas Jayhawks, as the Scotties just having a tough time getting these birds off the field, as Herman now runs his number, or calls his own number again there for a carry, as it's going to be a gain of just a couple there on that play. 3rd and 1, crucial 3rd down here, trying to see if they can get this one inside the 10, as we see a man in motion. We'll see what they're going to do. Herman's going to call this one instead. Herman's going to get taken down by DeSantos. He might have the first down, and the referees are indicating no inches. So it's 4th and inches, and KU says, you know what, we should have had that first down. We're going to go ahead and go for it. So they're going to go for it on 4th and inches, as we'll see a run. That's a nice run there from Houston, who gets the carry as their backup, who is just as great, just enough speed as well as Thompson does. But I think Houston's going to be definitely a huge impact for them next season, as there's a big throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And the Jayhawks are on the board. First touchdown of the day here from them in this one. It is 7-0. As we take a look here at Georgia Tech taking on Virginia. Georgia Tech wins this one 28-21. And oh, look at this, 42-27. TCU gets defeated by Boise. Nice job there. As Coles, you see, over 129 yards rushing. I believe it, because he ran all over us, if you guys remember from last episode. As see now 1st and 10 here for Davison. And Davison comes out of the backfield. Loss of a yard there on the play, as Morris will get the tackle, and the tackle for loss on Davison. As we go now to a 2nd and 10 coming up. We'll see what the Highland is going to try to do here. Try to see if they can at least get this ball near the yard line to get the first down. Reed here drops back in the pocket, looks up, fires this one to Godfrey. Godfrey gets the catch. Great block there. Godfrey has nothing but green grass down the field. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, as they're on the board for the first time today. A 71-yard pass from 71-yard reception for Godfrey. Nice catch and nice run there. Nice, even a better throw there from Reed as Godfrey gets into the end zone. Touchdown there for the Scotties, as that is Godfrey's 18th touchdown reception of the season. First and 10 coming up here for the Jayhawks as Davis there tries to get the reception there. He'll get nothing on that one. We'll go down to a 3rd and 7 coming up here for the Jayhawks. Jayhawks, of course, drew first blood here, trying to see if they can get on the board here again as they have Houston with a great catch. That's 15 yards down the field, and Jesse doing a great job here getting Houston involved in the passing game as well. Thompson, we have not seen him here so far here in this game, as we'll see a great catch there from Brooks. Gets the catch and absorbs the hit, and he gets himself a first down. 1st and 10 coming up here for Houston as they'll run this one. Nice carry as he'll get about a gain of 3 on that play. He was, of course, tackled there by Miller, who got the stop. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Jayhawks. Herman throws up the middle there. And intended pass there, looking like for Brooks. And it's going to be an incomplete pass, and they'll be forced to punt. Now Jayhawks, or excuse me, I should say the Highland Scotties, number 2 team in the nation, has the football here. Runs this one to Davidson. Davidson just fighting off every man before he is finally pulled down and gets a gain of 13. Nice job there, keeping his legs moving and keeping him churning for that first. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Handoff there to Davison again up the middle. Davison again fighting for that extra yardage. And he does get it as he gets a gain of 8 on the play. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. So we'll flip the field now here, start off the second quarter with the, of course, Highland Skies there with the ball. Reed here drops back here, finds Ramirez. Ramirez gets a great catch. He'll be down near the 35 in Jayhawk territory for the first down. See now 1st and 10 here, a new set of downs here for the Scotties. As we'll see what they'll try to do. Drop back here from Reed. Reed scrums off to the right, left-hand side, throws this one up there. That's going to be caught by Hollis. And Hollis now trying to take this one back for a pick 6 as Reed bumps right into him. Reed actually got bumped there by the lineman there, but he does get a stop there off of Hollis. As you see there, Reed just realized, crap, I threw the wrong man. I think he might have underthrown that some. There you see he's just stumbling, got lucky and just stumbled right into the defender. So great catch there from Hollis for the Jayhawks. So they'll get the ball here at their own 42 as we'll see a throw there, and that is going to be incomplete as Herman has to throw it away there by the way of pressure from the defensive line. Defensive line, that's what their main goal here today is, to get Herman off balance as much as they possibly can. As you see, bring him down there. Nice job there. That is going to be, I believe, Graham. Ben Graham coming in on the sack. Brings down Herman. It's going to be a 3rd and 15 coming up for the Kansas Jayhawks here. We'll see what they can do here in this pass attempt now. So 3rd and 15 here for Herman. He drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That's going to be lofted up there, and it's going to be caught by Brooks. Brooks brings us all the way down to the Highlands 4. 60 yards on that pass, and that's a huge first down as they're able to move the chains. Look at this. Great throw and a great catch there from Brooks. Already got a touchdown here in this game. Could he be getting another one? Can he find his second here today? We'll find out. 1st and goal coming up here from Houston. Houston comes in the game, and he is taken in to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And the Jayhawks now have a 1-possession lead here. They'll lead it 14-7. As you see, Big J getting those extra reps in here today. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Highland Scotties as Reed Hill drops back in the pocket. Looks down the field here, throws this one up there. That's going to be caught by Godfrey. Godfrey taking this one all the way down to their 30. And a great reception there, almost 50 yards on that play. That's a huge first down as Highland trying to get back into this ball game. That turnover really killed them. They killed their momentum. Now they're trying to get it back here in this drive. As we'll see, Reed here drops back here, finds Ramirez. And the tight end gets only 3 yards on that reception. It'll be a 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Highland Scotties. 6:22 left here in the first half. Let's see if they're going to go back through the air again. And no, they're going to go back to Davison as he runs this one there and gets enough there for the first. As that'll be a 7-yard carry. And that'll be a new set of downs here for the Scotties. See if we can try to see what we can do here again here. Maybe try to keep it on the ground. We did pretty successful so far here on the ground here today. But of course we got to make up some ground as well through the air, as we need some passing yards here as well. As Highland is got a couple good passing plays here, but you know, I think Coach Bonds wants to be at the same time be a little cautious and not throwing too much here, as he's Godfrey, or I should say Dave or Reed's already thrown interception already, and that of course that was his 9th of the season. 3rd and 3 coming up. And you see an audible here, and they're going to have to call a timeout as the line just cannot get themselves together. And Reed and Coach Bonds are going to have to get together to find out what's going on. So 3rd and 3. Apparently they just couldn't get the right play. Hand off there to Davison, and Davis is going to try to get himself to the first down marker, but he's going to get pushed back for 2 yards, a loss of 2 on the play by Alex Fox. Nice stop there from the Jayhawks, and now the Highland Scotties have a choice here: go for it or kick a field goal. And they're going to elect to kick a field goal by getting some easy points. That's 3 points there on the board, as it makes it a 14-10 ball game with 4:17 left here in the first half. The crowd is definitely rocking here in Lawrence, as we'll see Herman now has the football here, and he is going to try to take down the Pope, and he does. And now Herman going down the field, calling his own number, and being taken down. Nice stop, but a great run there from Herman, who is just determined to get some rushing yards on this defense. 1st and 10 coming up for the Kansas Jayhawks, as there's a man in motion. And you see Miller, a little antsy there, almost jumps off sides. Herman here drops back, throws this one off to Brooks, and that's a 14-yard reception. Again, another first down, as Brooks now has over 100 yards on the day here. 5 catches for 104 yards to be exact. Herman now again drops back here, finds Anderson. Anderson gets brought down at the 10. Great throw and catch there from those two. And then again, that's another first, and this time a 1st and goal coming up for the Jayhawks. Jayhawks are trying to take a 2-possession lead here before the half. And they can easily do so here with 3:36 left here in the first half. That's a handoff there to Houston, and he's going to run this 1st and goal. And that's going to get him about 6 yards on the carry, as they're getting very close to getting the end zone here again. We'll see if they're going to get this one off to Houston again. We'll see if it's going to be a run or if it's going to be a pass. It's going to be a pat run here, and Collins makes a stop. And he does a great job there stopping Clay Houston getting in the end zone. Now I can see if they can do it at least 2 more times now. 3rd and goal coming up. Handing it off to Houston, and no problem there for Houston as he gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, as the Scotties, or excuse me, I should say touchdown Jayhawks. I say the Jayhawks on the board here again with a rushing touchdown there. 2nd rushing touchdown of the day here for Clay Houston. 21-10 again. This is so reminiscent of so many times we've been here in Lawrence and have to deal with these Jayhawks. As we see Reed here, he's got to scramble, but he cannot find nobody, and he is taken down. Held on to the ball too long. Nice sack there from Alex Fox as he gets his 1st sack of the day. Take a look at this play here. No problem there, just swimming right through the line, and just get himself a nice sack. So now 2nd and 17 coming up here. We're trying to see if we can put some points on the board here. At least put 7 on the board. Or at least, I should say, put up 6 on the board here as Ramirez gets the catch, and Ramirez is going to be taken down at the 31. Crowd getting really behind the defense here of the Jayhawks here. 3rd and 5 coming up. As we see a play action here from Reed. Reed here scrambling off to the right-hand side, looking for some good blocking here. Finds a block, but he gets himself out of bounds as he gets a gain of 8 there. Trying to see if Bennett will help him out with that block there, but Bennett just did not do a good job blocking there. So now, first 10 coming up. And Davidson here runs this one up the middle. No problem there on that one. That's a good gain of 9 on the play. And, of course, keeps the clock ticking as we're underneath 2 minutes here in this first half. 1:05 left here in the first half. 2nd and 1. We'll see Jasper Reed here drops back in the pocket here. Looks down the field here. Throws one up there to Godfrey. Godfrey gets the catch. And you can mark him near the 40-yard line as Coach Bonds calls a second timeout now. He's already burnt 2 already. 1st and 10 after the play. 1 timeout remaining for Highland. Of course, Kansas has all 3. Reed again drops back here. He's deep in the pocket. Throws one up there. That's going to be tipped away by Hines. As he is another one of those great defenders there for Kansas. Could have easily took that away for a pick 6 or for interception, but did not have the hands that time around. 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Scotties as we'll see a quick pass there to Ramirez. Ramirez gets the catch, and Ramirez is going to be there at the 15 as he gets a gain of 15 on that for that first down. 38 seconds left here in this first half of this ball game. It's 21-10, trying to see if we can make it at least 21-17 before the half. Reed here drops back here, fires this one in the end zone. That's a touchdown. He finds Randy Burns deep in the back of the end zone there for a huge touchdown. Great play. Look at that. Just zips the ball right in there, and Randy Burns, the freshman, gets in there and gets his 7th touchdown of the season. And it's making it now 21-17 here. With 25 seconds left here, we'll see what Kansas is going to try to do. Maybe try to get too close to field goal range if they can. It's possible the way they've been playing here in this first half. That one's thrown to Duncan for a gain of a couple there. We'll go now to a 2nd and 3. Quick pass there to Duncan again as Washington brings them down for a loss of 2. And Kansas will take a quick timeout with only 17 seconds left. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Highland Scotties. Or excuse me, for the Kansas Jayhawks here. As the white hero gets a great catch there. He'll get caught. He'll catch that one around about midfield for a gain of about almost 20 on that play. Kansas again call another quick timeout. 1 timeout remaining. 13 seconds left here. Hand this one off to Houston, and they'll run this one there. As I believe they'll let the time. No, they're going to go ahead and call a timeout. I thought they were going to let the time just drift away. But I think now they're going to try for a Hail Mary here in this situation. 2nd and 6 coming up. Herman here. We'll see how good of an arm he has. Throws one here high and deep. It's going to be batted off from Sam Fowler. Great play there for the Jayhawks, or for the Scotties defender. And the Scotties right now in trouble. 21-17. Again, I don't know what the deal is when we're here in Kansas, but when we're playing against the Jayhawks here at their home turf, for whatever reason, we just do not play very well. And hopefully the second half will be a turnaround here, and hopefully we will not be coming back late. Hopefully we can come off right off the starting blocks here to start off the second half of this ball game here. We do not want to be upsetted here in this here as of late, because we've been quite a few upsets as of late here in this series. Or at least here in the last couple of episodes here, last couple of weeks now. But also, too, don't forget, there are 3 games to be exact that you guys can go check out. You guys can check out the game, the number 12, Washington taking on Cal. Also, Louisville, they're ranked number 22nd in the nation, taking on Clemson. We're currently undefeated, 8-0. And Houston taking on UCF. Some Big 12 action there. Links are down below in the description. You guys can definitely check those out. Of course, some of those videos as well will be, of course, some of those games will already be in progress right now, so you definitely go check those out here today. So a quick pass there to Burns, just short of the first down to start the second half. 8:30 here in the third quarter. 21-17, Kansas leads. We start off the ball here in the second half. Reed drops back. He scrambles off to the right-hand side, looking down the field here, looking for a big pass. Finds a receiver. That's going to be his tight end, Ramirez, who gets a huge catch there for a gain of 40. Reed over now 250 yards for the day. 1st and 10. After the big play, we'll go back to the ground here with Davison here. And Davison going to run this one. And he'll get a gain of 4 on the play. Getting close to 50 yards now for the day. Have not gotten the end zone yet with him just yet, but we're trying to see if we can do that. At some point here, that'll be the case. It's 2nd and 6 coming up. Hand off there to Davison. Davison here, run this one there. He's going to get out of the way there as he gets around the defender, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Davison. What a run from him. Look at that. Scrambling around, gets out of the backfield, and gets a touchdown. Nice play. As you see there, Jasper Reed's number so far here today. As that is the first touchdown, the rushing touchdown of the day there for Davison. His 21st of the season. See a quick pass there, but unfortunately Herman's going to be throw that one incomplete there to the receiver. I believe that was to Duncan. 3rd and 10 coming up. Pass up the middle there to White, and he gets a great catch. Gain of 18 as he gets hit pretty hard there, able to hold on to the football. It helps the Jayhawks get a 1st down. Still on their side of the field here, 1st and 10 as they're trying to cross the 50 here. Throwing that one up there to Duncan again, and Duncan gets the football. Gets away from the first tackle, but he gets finally dragged down there as he gets a 1st down. 1st and 10 coming up. Hand off there to Thompson. He's back in the ball game here today as he loses a yard on the play. Of course, Houston taking over there pretty much the majority of the first half there. I think Thompson might have had the wind knocked out of him there for a bit. But he's back on the field here. Herman now drops back in the pocket, zips this one over to the far right-hand side, and Alexander picks it off. Oh my goodness, what a catch there. What a play there. Of course, Alexander, he's one of our freshman wide receivers, but this season we will decide to put him to start off here, to put him as a defender. And he is playing a corner for us. And he'll be playing that this season. And of course, then next year he will take over one of the wide receiver positions here. And you see a great job, a great snag there from him. They get the interception. 2nd and 13 coming out after an unsuccessful run. We'll see Davison runs this one up the middle as he gets a gain of 3 on the play. Makes it now 3rd and 9. So now we'll see what they'll try to do here in this situation. We've seen Godfrey get the call here earlier. We'll see if he'll get it again. As no, he's going to be caught by Ramirez. And Ramirez gets inside the 40 of the Jayhawks. And that's a catch for about 26 on the play. So far, so good here on this throws. Let's see now, replay action. Reed looking up the middle there, throws this one up to Robinson. Robinson breaks a tackle and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. Scotties, nice job here. They have now got back on the board here, and now they have taken the lead here, 31-21 here in Lawrence. Nice play there from Robinson, as I believe that's Robinson's, I believe it's his 2nd or 3rd touchdown of the season. I'm not for sure, but great catch nonetheless from him. And now we'll see 3rd and 6 coming up here. Pass play there. That's going to be Alexander as he'll get the catch, and that'll be just short of the 1st, and they'll be forced to punt. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Highland Scotties as they get good field position after the punt. Near their own 30. And we'll see a handoff there from Davison. Davison got a good block there, and then now gets taken down. He gets a gain of 7 on the play as he is getting close to that century mark there. He got somewhere about 90 yards so far here for the day. 2nd and 3 coming up. 3:17 left here in the 3rd quarter. A good block. And Davison does a great job there maneuvering around the defenders and gets a 1st down on that play. Like I said, both the running game, especially the running game with that big run from him earlier, it's done great. See if we can get maybe another big play out of him here at some point. As Reed here drops back here, throws this one up there to Godfrey, and Godfrey on the track meet here. No one's going to be able to catch him as he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. That is touchdown number 19 for Godfrey this season. What a play. As he has 2 touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns already here today. Nice play. And of course, Reed, a little close to over 30. I think he has like 34, 35 so far this season with those 2 here just today. Jayhawks now have the football here. Graham makes a nice stop there on Clay Houston as he's back in the ball game here. And to me, that's a person they should never have gone away from as they go ahead and now force to punt. It's now 1st and 10 near our own 10-yard line here. A great punt from the Jayhawks. As Reed here calling an audible here, drops back in the pocket, looks down the field, throws this one up there. That's going to go to Randy Burns, and Burns gets the catch for a gain of 14 on the play. As he's already had 1 touchdown already. Of course, Bryce Wild, a guy, if you guys don't remember, a guy that we tried to recruit several seasons ago. This should be his senior year. And so far, he's been kind of quiet. We haven't heard too much of him here today. He has given us problems before in the past. You see Morris there gets the sack. A huge loss there on Reed. 2nd and 16 coming up. Like I said, I got to avoid Bryce Wild, who plays back in the secondary. We've seen him play corner, and he's also played a little bit of safety from time to time. Reed here drops back in the pocket, looking down the field, and seeing what he can do. And he runs this one, and he'll get a gain of 7 on the play. Nice carry there from him. Trying to stretch out that play. 3rd and 9 coming up. We'll see what we can try to do here in this one. As Reed here drops back in the pocket, looking down the field. Seeing if he can make a big play here. He does. Finds Ramirez. Ramirez breaks off a tackle. Looking for a block, and he's going to get pushed out near the 24-yard line for the first. As we'll switch the sides now here. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Going into the 4th quarter here, we'll see Robinson in motion for the Scotties. As the Jayhawks here trying to get these Scotties off the field. Reed here drops back, fires his tight end, Ramirez. Ramirez trying to fight his way into the end zone, but gets pushed out inside the 5 as he does get the first down. 38-21 here. Kansas has been very quiet here in this second half. Hopefully that'll not be the case here. Hopefully they'll come back firing like they were earlier on. For some reason, the fire's kind of gone out without him here. As we'll see Davis here runs this one here. No problem for Davis to get into the end zone. Touchdown. Highland Scotties. And what a play there for him. As he's able to get in the end zone again. Nice run there from him. And the Scotties now take a big lead here now, 45-21. Jayhawks back on the field here. Let's see if they can get their drive going here and try to get themselves back in this ball game. So they have plenty of time to do so as Herman here gets taken down there as he tries to run on that play. As Miller brings him down for a loss. A nice sack there on the QB. 3rd and 9 coming up. Man in motion for the Jayhawks. Herman here drops back in the pocket here. Looks down the field. And he's going to be dragged down there by Olsen, who brings him down for a loss. A big loss there. And that's a huge sack there from Olsen. His 13th of the season. As Olsen just rips and tears the defensive line. Or I should say the offensive line there. As the D-line coming alive here. As we take a look at some highlights so far here from the first half. And of course some of this second half that we've seen already. And made some big plays here. As we're starting to play some Highland Scotties football here now. Let's take a look at some of the stats here from Jasper. 16 of 20 for 473 yards. Having a great day here. Already 4 touchdowns, I believe, here through the air. As Davis here tries a high step there. And gets a gain of 8 on the play. As it looks like he is he's a little worn out now. We'll see now 2nd and 2. Hand off there to Davison as he gets around there, tries to break off a couple tackles there before he's finally wrapped up for getting to get 6 there on the play and a new set of downs for the Scotties. 1st and 10 coming up. Reed under center, I formation. And he'll snap the football here, play action. Look down the field here, throws up to his tight end. That is Ramirez. Ramirez just short of the first down, or just short of the end zone. He'll get a huge first down there on that play, as he's well over 200 yards for receiving yards here today. Only 9 catches. Reed, play act or hand or no, play. Yeah, a bit of a play action there, and he'll get taken for a loss of 4 on the play. Nice sack there from Knoll. 2nd and goal coming up here for the Scotties. Trying to see if they can get their way through the end zone here. Looks like Reed's trying to maybe get a passing touchdown here. As Reed drops back here in the pocket. Throws for his tight end, Ramirez. And into the end zone there. Touchdown. 5th touchdown of the day for Jasper Reed. That's his 38th of the season. As he is looking really good right now, ladies and gentlemen, this season. Compared to the last season, he was in double digits. Right now, he only has 9 interceptions so far here this season. I think he had at least about 15 at this point of the year, as we'll see a run and a carry there from Thompson, who gets a gain of 6. 5 minutes left here in this ball game. 52-21. It's not too much for KU to get due here to get back in this one. But they're going to try their best. 3rd and 4 coming up. Thompson runs this one. Oh, Blankenship gets lit up. And Thompson gets enough there for the 5 yards for the first down. As Blankenship probably asking for the lights or the plate number for that truck that just hit him. 1st and 10, Herman again drops back in the pocket, throws that one there to White. And Blankenship now puts a good hit on White. And that's going to be a 2nd and 2. So now we'll go to a 3rd and 2 here. Crucial 3rd down. Option here. And they're going to bring down Scott for a loss of 4 on that play, as Dallas Russo all over that play. A nice stop there as he reads that one very well. And as the teammate helps him clean that one up, they'll be forced to punt. So 1st in here, as we see some of the 2nd string guys come in for Highland. As we see TJ James here runs this one there for a short carry. And so he'll get about 2 or 3 yards on that carry. Go down to 2nd down now. And again, 2nd string still out here, so Coach Bond's kind of backing off here. Try to get his 2nd unit in to get some reps in. Too often we don't see them here coming in actual games, but Coach Bond said that's something he wants to do this season. As we'll see, James makes a nice carry there, and he gets a big run there, and the gain of 17 on the play. That's a 1st down. 2:33 left here in the 4th quarter. Stanford under center, just taking his time here, trying to tick away this clock now. And they pretty much have this game in its grips now. As they'll lose a yard there with James, as Scott makes the nice tackle there behind the line. 2nd and 11 coming up. And again, just trying to take our time here. Don't really need to snap the ball too much here. And for the most part here, just let us run this football and try to end this game as quick as we can. As James gets a 1-yard carry there on the play. 3rd and 9 coming up. We'll see what they'll try to do. I imagine they will try to play some kind of pass play here to keep this drive alive. And of course, be able to have control of the clock as play clock's running down to 3. Stanford drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here, trying to find somebody here. And he's going to go call his own number instead. He's going to run this one here. Nice run as he gets a gain of 18 and taking a risk there on that play, as that's going to be it for this one. Highland walking out of here with a great victory. Didn't start off too well. Wasn't too sure that we was going to actually necessarily be in this position, but you know, I guess if we've had, like I said, we've had weird times before when we find ways to get ourselves out, but yeah, this one, I kind of felt it was going to be the other way around. I thought we was going to be trailing the whole game. And then, you know, it wouldn't be until the last, 5 minutes of the game before we could really get, stay close to them enough, but then, really ramp it up in the last 5 minutes of this one. But no, we ran away with it in the 3rd quarter. Great job from the team. Don't know what was going on in the 1st quarter, but I will say, I would say this. Kansas probably was better at it, just coming out here. I know they don't have too much pressure on themselves, and did a great job there. I mean, some great pass plays, great running plays from them. But yeah, they just could not handle their secondary. I kind of realized I've seen a lot of mismatches there. I'm like, oh, we got this. I mean, if I can just throw the ball here, be careful of who I throw to, and especially I realized that, you know, there was a real huge big mismatch there with Godfrey. I'm like, you know what? This might be Godfrey's day here today. I might let him have a little fun. Of course, last week, I mean, if you remember, last week, over 108 yards there from Godfrey. And, you know, he's due for a big game at some point here. He is very due for a huge game. And I cannot wait for that to happen. Hopefully it's sooner than later. But the final score, 52-21. There you see the numbers there. You guys can pause the video, check those out. But like I said, for the most part here, this is good. We did a great job there, especially on third downs. Of course, I was really so shocked and surprised that they were going to come out, you know, be ballsy and go for that fourth and inches there. I'm thinking like, oh, okay, maybe they'll just go for 3. No, that was not the case here. They really show their kahunas. They're like, nah, we're gonna go out here, we're gonna do this, and matter of fact, we're gonna score out the next play, and exactly that's what they did with Brooks getting that touchdown there. So yeah, I was really happy to see this team. I will say, Kansas has gotten better in this game. Even though the record doesn't show that, but the players that they're bringing in for the next, you know, here in the last couple seasons here, I think they will definitely be a threat towards us in the future here, depending on how long we play this series. You know, I think in the next 2 or 3 seasons here, they're going to be a huge threat for the Big 12 North, and especially you don't have to worry about other teams from the South like Oklahoma and Texas now, since they're in the SEC. Of course, you got some newcomers that we have, but I think they might be one of those teams like us that's going to really start dominating, because they just got some really good players. I've seen some of their freshman players they got, and some of the sophomores they got, and yeah, I think they're ready. I think they're ready for that next step. But they just still got some issues to work on in certain parts of their game. But there you see the numbers there. Jasper Reed, of course, a great day there for 18-22, 501 yards, 5 touchdowns for him in that game, as well as, of course, they got sacked 3 times and had 1 interception. He also on the ground 9 yards for 6 carries. Davison 21 carries for 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. He has now 22 rushing touchdowns for the season. Ramirez, of course, 10 catches for him. As you'll take a look here, 220 yards, 1 touchdown. I think that's his 4th or 5th 200-yard day. Godfrey, like I said, he is due for a big game, guys. I'm hoping it's coming up soon. But he had 4 catches for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm really trying to push Godfrey, to get to the Heisman, but at the same time, I got to be careful. I can't be throwing passes because I still kind of want to get, Reed there. I kind of want to see if we can get him be a 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, be a first time ever that I've had in a series. And not to mention, first time ever for this Highland Scotties program. Not to mention, Burns had a great game there. 3 catches for 50 yards, a touchdown. I want to get him in the game also too. So I think, not to mention, can't forget about a running game. I mean, Davison just lighting up on the ground, and he's up for the Heisman as well. So, having 3, if we can get 3 Heisman guys there, that'd be awesome. Who's going to win it? I don't know. I mean, usually it goes to the quarterback because they favor quarterbacks a lot more. But at the same time, you can't deny the other 2 either. So, but I'm hoping we get like I said, Godfrey. He is due. He is. Talking to him after this game, he just had that look in his eye, like he's ready. He's ready to. He's ready to murder a team out there, and we'll see if that'll be coming up, because next week we have West Virginia, and that could be the game he could do it in. He's looking like he's got that beast in his eyes. He's about to flip that switch and just go on beast mode. So we'll see if that'll be the case coming up in that game as well. Of course, we'll be in Morgantown for that game. That'll be a Week 12 matchup with West Virginia. We'll play against them and see what we can do on their part, because right now the Mountaineers right now are on a 9-game winning streak, so they're playing some pretty good It's not a 9-game winning streak. They're on a 5-game winning streak. Both teams are on a winning streak right now. They have a 5-game winning streak, not a 9-game. That's us. So because we just won our 9th game. But yeah, they're on a bit of a roll here, and so there you see 5-4 so far, and they've really turned their season around. We'll see if we can continue our run. Like I said, as now we're the #1 team in the nation. If I'm not mistaken, I believe. I can't remember who the #1 team was. I want to say it was Florida State, but I think that was a week before they lost. Whoever the #1 team was, they lost this past week. So you'll see that coming up here. We'll show you guys. I'll try to see if I can get a clip of the #1, who was #1 last week. But yeah, we have a new #1. That is us. We'll see what we can do coming up in the next episode. So stay tuned for the West Virginia game. Like I said, that'll be up in the next day or two. So stay tuned for more here on the channel. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more Highland Scotties football, as well as more content here on the channel. And hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified here on the channel, as well as check it over our second channel over on ESGNet Plus LP, as we got a nice series over there with the Stanford Cardinals. Great series. It's online Dynasty that I play with other friends, and cannot wait to. It's been a lot of fun playing that, so definitely go check that out as well on the channel. Of course, other great content as well over there as well. So definitely go check out ESGNet Plus LP, and not to mention, check us out over on Twitch as we do live stream over there on the weekends, somewhere around about 10 p.m. Central Time on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday nights there on the Purple platform. But that's it for me. As always, stay tuned for more here on the channel. Keep yourselves healthy. Go Scotty Nation. I'll see you guys next time.